What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to another edition of the Bad Podcast, broadcasting live, baby. We live on Facebook, live on IG. This is January 1. Happy New Year. All the good things, man. Yes, sir. So I hear myself because that means the Instagram is working. So we're good to go. New year, new episode, Brad, man. Super excited, brother. So excited to be behind the microphone with you, man. This episode is dropping Monday. That's why we're referring to it as a new year, those that are watching live, man. But if you're new to the podcast, welcome to the Bad Podcast. Brad, my brother, what are we talking about today?
And we're going to talk about day one. All right. This is from one of my favorites. Don't think about what can happen in a month. Don't think about what can happen in a year. Just focus on the 24 hours in front of you and do what you can to get closer to where you want to be. That's from my man, E.T., the hip hop preacher. All right, man, we're going to talk about it today. Day one. Let's go.
Let's go. Get it.
Hey, good job, guys. Good job. Mental battles. Mental battles.
Hey, man, E2 man for life, baby. What it look like, what it be like, what it do. Back in here, man. 2024, January the 1st. Not really, but we acting like it because this is when the episode dropped, man. In here with my main man, Brad. Brad, man, super. Like, first of all, bro, I'm just excited about what we have accomplished, man, with this, and not tooting our own horn, but maybe just a little bit, man, with this podcast, man. We've been at it for over a year, man, and a lot of really good feedback and a lot of people showing love, and man, I just feel good about it going into 2024 and all the things that we got planned. Man, we got a lot of stuff coming, man. What you think about that, brother? Before we jump in that topic.
You know, I was going to say the same thing, and I'm over here on this side of the screen up here in Western New York with butterflies, man. You know, and I think that's one of those things about just caring about what you do and what kind of product you put out there. And man, I got the butterflies over here on this side of the screen, and I'm excited because you're right, man. We put in a year of solid work. You know, they say consistency is the key to success, and I'm not saying that we're successful, but I am saying that we've been consistent for over 365 days. And, you know, whatever we did in 2024, if we inspired one life, if we inspired a little bit of change, we want to continue that greatness in 2024. And, you know, and like I said, man, or like you said, 2023 is upon us right now, and we are live on some of the different platforms that we have access to. But when this drops live to the public, to the masses, it is officially the new year, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about is the new year, day one. And how often, man, how often does day one, January 1st, land on a Monday? I have no idea. But the stars have aligned, and that's what we're going to talk about today, man. It's yet another beginning. All right. And so many people, sorry, Dawain, I'm jumping in, man.
I see you jumping in. Go ahead, man.
This is how you eliminate those butterflies, man. You just fly, you take action.
That's right.
And that's what we're going to talk about, man. So many people on January 1st, day one, Monday, they will tell themselves today is day one, but the masses will say again, it's one day. One day the stars will align for me. One day I'll stop feeling bad for myself. One day I'll prepare myself for this moment. And this is my best advice, man. So I'm kickstarting 2024 on the right foot. Man, we're jumping right in. To prepare yourself, man, you don't have to lay out the proper clothes. You don't have to have the right headband. You don't have to have the right shoes, the right shorts, the right shirt. You don't have to do your hair up in the morning. All right, crazy hair, I don't care. You don't have to have hair. Ask my man Brent. All right, what you have to do to prepare yourself is to stop overthinking. What area of life do you want to succeed in? What area in life do you value? Take action, man. You don't need the right shoes, the right shorts, the right shirt, the right headband, the right hat, the right hair. You don't have to have the stars align for yourself. Man, you got to just go out there and take action. All right, you got to go out there and take one single day. Eric Thomas said it best. Don't worry about 1 month from now. Don't worry about 1 year from now. Take this single day. Take this single minute, this single moment. Go out there and take action, regardless of the circumstance. Is it cold out? Good.
Yeah.
Good. Is it hot out? Good. Do you have the wrong headband on, the wrong shorts? Maybe you forgot your undie pants. Good.
Ooh.
Go out there and take action regardless. Whatever, however you gotta go loosey goosey, righty tighty. Man, I don't care. Go out there and put yourself in the game. You know, it's such a frustrating thing being a teacher and being a coach, being a personal trainer, because so many people they'll go into that paralysis by analysis. You know, they'll look at E2M and think, man, this might be the right program for me. It might not be, but it might be, but it might not be. And then what happens is you go so much back and forth, you overanalyze, and you find yourself doing the exact same thing that you did last January 1st and the January 1st before that and the one prior to that. Man, don't think, do. That's what Tom Cruise said. That's what the Maverick said in Top Gun. Don't think, do. Just go out there and do, man. Go out there and do.
All right, man. That's it for the show, y'all.
I'm excited.
Oh, I love it. I love it, man. So it's amazing. Just the way things work out, man. If you're watching, a lot of you guys, I see a lot in the comments are watching on the E2M personal training Facebook page. The Instagram crapped out on me, so we'll do that next time. But anyway, if you're watching, man, you know that it's sign up time. And many of you may be brand new, don't know anything about E2M. This is your first exposure to even talking to somebody about E2M, man. And like, we could not have asked for a better start date. January 1 on a Monday. We talked about, I think you said it was your mom that always talked about starting on Mondays.
Monday Warrior. Mama, yeah. I love you. If you're watching, Mama, I love you. Monday Warrior, man. We have too many of them in this world.
That's right, man. That's right. So this is the amazing opportunity, man, to start your fitness journey, start your fitness, your health journey, man, on January 1. But I love what you said, man, because if you don't take the action, it's going to be just like all the other January 1s, man. If you don't take the step, if you don't sign up, if you don't, commit to doing something different, the common, fun definition, insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. It's the same goes for fitness, man. What didn't work before, it still don't work, man. You gotta try something different, man. So we're super excited about that and about January 1. And B just came in dropping nuggets from the jump. I had some other stuff I wanted to talk about. We'll save that to the end, some fun stuff. So make sure you guys watch it to the end. We're not gonna be here super long, but yeah, man, I just want to kind of hop on just the opportunity that we have to start January 1/1/2024. Somebody just put in the comments. I'm gonna throw that on the screen, man. That's rare, man. That is a rare opportunity for that to also fall on a Monday. So we're super excited about that, B.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And when you talk about fitness, this is prime time. This is prime real estate for the fitness industry, for the health industry, for the nutrition industry. Like this is prime time, and everybody's trying to put out a premium product right now. And there's so many people in this world. There's 8 billion people in this world. And I read a stat that, like, what is it, man? Like 57%, something crazy like that. 57% of people will try on that first Monday, and by Tuesday, it's down to like 37% or something like that. So my best piece of advice: if you succeed on Monday, come back for one more day. If you fail on Monday, come back for one more day. There's a story with Ed Milet. Ed Milet's one of my favorite motivational speakers, and he talked about his father. His father was a raging alcoholic. And one day he decided that I'm going to stop drinking. And this was on a Friday, I think. And Ed talks about how he came home from school and he looked at his dad, and his dad looked miserable. He's white in the skin, he's pale in the skin, he's sweating, he's miserable, right? He's irritable. And little Ed says, "Dad, how did today go?" He goes, "Today was the worst day of my life. Today was the worst day of my life." He goes, so Ed goes, "Are you going to drink again tomorrow?" He goes, "I don't know." He goes, "Are you going to do this again tomorrow?" He goes, "I don't know, but I'm going to try one more time. I'm just going to try one more time." And, that's just one of those things where it's so straightforward and there's no thinking to it. Just come back and try again. But 57 to 37%. That's 20% drop off from one day to the next.
Yeah,
that's absolutely incredible. You know, we talk about failure. Failure is essential. It's imperative to growth. When you win, that leads to contentment. But when you lose, you can extract lessons. Why did I lose? How did I lose? How did I get to this circumstance or this point in my life? You look back and you say, oh man, I forgot to drink my gallon of water that day. That's why. Oh man, I forgot to do the cardio that day. That's why. I'm not where I want to be today because of X, Y, and Z. Like, too many people will blame external factors in life, and then they'll play that victim card. I feel bad for myself. The stars aren't aligning. I'm trying, but what corners are you cutting? Learn from loss. All right. We win. We don't learn how to evolve. We lose. Well, here we go. You lose. You either learn how to evolve or you cave. And that's where that Monday to Tuesday 20% drop off occurs. Man, I wanted to lose 50 pounds on Monday. That's not how it works, man. I have a story, and then I'm going to drop it back off to you, Dawain. So I was a teacher for many years, and I had this gentleman walk up to me. He was a senior in high school, and he was going on spring break in April. March 15th, he came to me. He said, Mr. Barmore, I need to lose 50 pounds. I want to have it gone by spring break. I'm like, boy. I said,
spring break of the following year, maybe.
Yes, sir. That should have been the follow-up question. Hey, man, are you talking about the following year, or?
Right.
And I was like, man, like this is not one of those things where you snap your fingers and it's there. This isn't one of those things that you hope and dream for. You go and say a prayer at night and it occurs overnight. This is a consistent process, you know. So I told him, I said, hey, man, we can do our best. We can do our best, but you know, you're looking at summer, all right? You're looking at summer, and you know, you go right back to that quote that Eric Thomas had said. You know, when you're focused on something that's so far out, I'm a firm believer that you have to have goals, but when you're focused on what's over there and you're not focused on what's right here, man, you ain't going to go anywhere. You have to focus on the task at hand, the minute, the moment, the day at hand, the first 24 hours right in front of you. If you're concerned about the 8 weeks, if you're concerned about the year, you're going to fail. You're going to fall. You're going to come to your demise because you're not right here. You're not focusing on what is. Focus on what is, not what was, not what will be. Focus on what is.
Yes, sir. That reminds me of your guy, man. He was like, you know, the mile, you know, run the mile that you're in. Yep. You know, where your feet are, you know, be there, right where your feet are. Yeah. You know, I had to shout out Dr. Allison dropped one of Alicia's quotes, man. You know, failure is fertilizer. And I always like to follow it out. You know, it stinks, you know, because
it sure does, baby.
It stinks, but it helps you grow, man. You know, we from the country, so we know, fertilizer.
Indeed, we do.
Yeah. It don't smell the best, man. And in that moment, you know, it does stink. Like, you do not enjoy it in that moment. But it is helping towards your growth, and that's super dope, man. So, you know, I really love, man, that you know, just the whole idea of being present and you know, not forecasting too far, you know, because I always love to talk about my journey, man, and I always talk about sliding around in that trash bag, you know, that first day. And that first day, only thing I was concerned about was trying to hold a plank. You know, I wasn't thinking about day 2. You know, I wasn't thinking about, you know, Mandy's class. I was in Wick's class at the moment. You know, I wasn't thinking about Elise's class. I was in, you know, I was right where I was, man. And then after that, then I started to focus on the next day, you know. And I think especially going into the new year, a lot of people try to forecast so much, man, because, and I understand. I mean, like you said, there's nothing wrong with goals. There's nothing wrong with, you know, having things you want to work towards and get better at. We support that 100%. But we also, we know what it's like to set those huge goals and parameters and like burn out, just because you don't have a good foundation, or you're not taking care of where you are at the moment. Because like you said, you know, that 50 pounds, you know, in a couple of weeks, you know, having something unrealistic like that, it would cause you to be discouraged, man. And that's where, that's where the setbacks come when you're discouraged. You know, Gary V, one of my favorite IG guys, man. You know, he always talk about, you know, not being concerned with or not having expectations, you know, going things, you know, like with a positive attitude with no expectation. Like, don't expect to win, don't expect to lose. Like, just go in, you know, just go in to do the thing, man. And so that's the attitude we have to have with fitness, man. That's, I mean, life, everything, man. We just, you know, you lower those expectations and be right where you are. Just come ready to work no matter the outcome. Somebody else put in the comment, you know, losses are lessons. You know, that's also true. You know, in that moment, man, it don't feel good. You know, it's not great, but it's a lesson. It's something you can learn from. Man, shout out to Mr. Eddie. He just popped in, said, "What's up?"
My guy. He was one of few that was on my first ever lives, and that was the 26th of January, or excuse me, the 26th of December in 2020. He was one of the only ones that is still present, but there is a handful of them out there. I want to talk about that plank for a second.
Yeah, do it, man.
Do you know it's a fact that you can't think about anything else when you're doing a plank?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
No, but you talk about that was just a joke. But you talk about foundation, man. There's a story that I read many moons ago, and I talk about it so often in my lives. There's this building over in California. It's called the Millennial Building, and I think we actually dropped this on the podcast one time. But we'll talk about it today. You know, when you set that foundation on soft ground, that sand. Right. This is what the Millennial Building. This is what happened to the Millennial Building. So the Millennial Building, they dug down 5,000 feet. They never hit bedrock, and they put the studs in at 5,000 feet. They were supposed to be at 10,000 feet because 10,000 feet is bedrock. But they put them down 5,000 feet. Well, fast forward 10 years. Now we know that Millennial Building is actually sinking every day. It's sinking inches, centimeters. Every day it's shrinking, sinking. And that's a prime example of how and why we need to set that proper foundation. You're not gonna build the dream building. You're not gonna build that big statue of a building by setting your studs into soft ground. You got to put those studs into bedrock. And how do you do that? Man, establish the basics. You're talking about fitness. Try to get a gallon of water in. If you're talking the basics, try to get 30 minutes of movement in a day. You don't have to go out and train for a physique show. You don't have to go out and train for an Ironman. You don't have to go out and train for a 100-mile run or a walk. Go out there and establish the basics. Establish the foundation. Water. Get some water in you. Get some green vegetables in you. Get a healthy, clean protein in you. Get some healthy fats in you. Get some water in you. Movement. They say 20 minutes a day will add years onto your life. 20 minutes. And out of 8 billion people in the world, I would say 7 billion aren't getting 20 minutes a day. It's unbelievable. Establish the foundation. Establish those basic building blocks. And then, as we progress, then we can start worrying about week 8. Then we can start worrying about that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 month period. Then we can start worrying about 2025. But for now, establish the foundation, establish those basic building blocks. Sorry.
Do it.
You know, every single year, I stopped going to the gym. So my first week of any new year, and this is something I've done since college days, I don't go to the gym for the first week because I know it's going to be inundated with brand new people, and I love it. Yes. I love people seeing people chase their dreams. I love people chasing down their fitness goals. I love it. I take the first week off from the gym. I have my own piece of paradise. We call it the Thunderdome. I got my own gym in my own house now, which is phenomenal. But I don't go to the gym that first period because I know after that first week, people are going to start taking themselves out real quick. But what I see year after year after year, we talk about it, man. These people, they go to the gym and they do the same thing over and over and over. They're like zombies, right? They go from one machine and they do a couple of curls. They get up, they walk over to that machine, they do a couple of chest presses. There's no energy. You want to talk, man, you want to talk about success. You want success in your life. Go into it with big, big energy. No longer being a zombie. Go in it with that first day energy. And when I talk about first day energy, this is what I mean. You remember that first time that you dated your spouse? You remember that first time that you started your dream job? You remember that first time that you started anything grand in your life? Do you know that excitement, that enthusiasm that you had on that first day? Bring that to every single day. Bring that energy to every area of life that you value. Do you value your relationship with your kids? Bring that energy. Do you value that relationship with your wife or your husband? Bring that energy. Do you value your job? Do you value your career? Bring that energy. Whatever area of life that you value, that's important to you, bring the big, big energy. You want to see yourself make some massive strides? Bring the big, big energy. And when it doesn't work, bring the big, big energy again. Period. That's the missing link that a lot of us have. Don't be a zombie going from one machine to the other, to the other, to the other. Have a foundation. All right, that's what E2M provides, is a foundation. We provide the basic building blocks. Once you establish those basic building blocks, then you can do the physique shows like you are, Dawain. Then you can train for an Ironman. Then you can go for a 100-mile walk. How many people in this program, in this community, have started with the weight loss boy? And now they are chasing down the paramounts of the fitness industry. I see people doing the physique shows. We see people doing the 100-milers, triathlons, marathons. They never dreamt of getting on the stage. They never dreamt of doing a long-distance run. And here they are, qualifying for Boston, qualifying for New York, getting themselves on the big boy stage with the best. It all starts with a basic building blocks, and you gotta have the energy to build those basic building blocks, because by golly, baby, it ain't gonna be easy. January 1, Monday, it ain't gonna be easy, but what do they say? It'll be worth it.
That's right.
It'll be worth it.
Yes, sir. Well, this is I feel like Mean Joe Green, man, and you Macho Man Randy Savage, you know. So Macho Man.
Step into a Slim Jim. Let's go.
I love it, man. I love it. Man, we need to go live more often, man. You bringing some big energy this morning, man.
you know, dude, they say when the bigger the butterflies, the bigger the performance. I was reading something on Tom Brady one time, and you think of Tom Brady, man, Mr. Cool out there throwing the TDs at 7 Super Bowl rings. Every game, he's throwing up before the game. He's nervous. He goes out there with big butterflies. There was 2 Super Bowls he didn't go out with big butterflies, I think, and those were both against the Giants. We all know the ending of those games, and but yeah, man, the bigger the butterflies, the more it means to you, the better you perform.
That's a message, man. That's a message for somebody that's nervous about joining the program. Yeah. I see that so much. I went live on Instagram the other day, and a lot of people's like, man, I'm nervous about the program, or I'm excited. That's usually the first post. Yep. I'm happy, but I'm nervous. Yep. That's a good thing. Like that's not bad, man. That's that nervousness is going to fuel you, and that means you care. That's what I always tell people. When you're nervous, that means you care about what you're doing. And even though I'm not nervous right now, I do care about what I'm doing. I'm just not.
I got goosebumps on the side of the screen, baby. I'm pumped up. I'm gonna go do some more running. And I'm gonna go do something after this. I can't wait.
I love it. I love it. No, man. All dope points, man. This has been amazing. Man, I don't even like you've closed the show twice, B. Like I'm just gonna put that out there, man. Like you've dropped the bomb twice, and I'm pretty sure you got another one, man. But I have to real quick, man, kind of shout out the folks watching, man. I see y'all watching, man. Please tag a friend. If you're in E2M currently, we hope this encourages you. Yeah. If you didn't know, we have a YouTube channel, man. If you search E2M Fitness on YouTube, you can actually check out this podcast. We drop every Monday. Also, if you listen to podcasts, you can just search E2M Fitness Media Network, and you'll find all the podcasts, this and many others. So, B, man, you got something else, man, before we get into some other stuff, man? I know there's a lot we want to talk about. Yeah. And it's January 1 and we're super excited. So I'm giving it back to you.
Man, I just want to end with this, because fitness, health are extremely hard. I understand that. And, to create momentum, it's one of the hardest things to do in the world, especially with your own health and your own fitness, man. You can point the finger and tell somebody else, hey, you should get into shape. That's easy. But to take self accountability, it's extremely hard. And there's a saying that I live and die by. It's, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This is a prime time to get your friends, to get your family, to get them involved. You know, we all know somebody that needs health and fitness in their lives. It's hard to ignore the fact that health, fitness, nutrition, they play a vital role in our success. You can't get to retirement without your health. You can't invest $1 billion without your health. You can't go buy that dream car without your health. You can't go and go off into the sunset with your kids or your wife or your husband without your health. You know, health is an imperative piece to a prosperous life, and it's not easy. It's not easy to do it alone. All right, so Dawain, like I have you. If I need somebody, I give you a ring. I have my wife. I have my brother and my sister. I have people that I lean on. They're all in E2M. All right, this is a big supportive community, and that's what makes E2M. That's one of the top questions that I always get. Why E2M? What's different with E2M than say P90X? I did P90X.
I did P30X. I only did 30 days.
I did about yes. I don't know if I made that 30 day. I don't know if I made it 30. You talk about extremes, but the difference between P90X and E2M, the difference between your local gym and E2M is the accountability. Whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can always rely on the people in this group. You can always rely on me. You can always rely on the other trainers. You can always rely on Dawain. You can always rely on the 200,000 people and growing on a daily basis. You can always rely on that for a little bit of encouragement. You're feeling down? Hop on Facebook. I bet you'll be inspired. I guarantee I can motivate you to get one workout in for 20 to 30 minutes. I guarantee it. And I don't guarantee a lot of things. All right? But with that being said, the accountability of E2M is the most important factor. It's probably the one key piece that makes E2M different than any other fitness group in the entire world. This is a movement. This is no longer about fitness and nutrition only. It's a movement. We want to make the world a better place, and it starts with fitness. It starts with health. Guys, I love you to death. All right, we do have a couple more things to know. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for another minute. All right, stay tuned.
No, that's fire, man. That is fire. And another place to, if you're on the outside looking in, another place to kind of get a glimpse of the community, man, is check the comment section. I've been watching them. If you check the comment section, 80% of them are current members, just talking about this amazing program, man. And they're real people, not paid actors. So we're excited about that, man. So listen, y'all, this, like I said, we've been going at this for a minute. And we always ask when you watch our show that you leave us a comment on YouTube. And we love that. It's a twofold thing. It gives us feedback as well as it helps the algorithm help people find us more. The more you leave comments on YouTube. So when this drops on Monday, please go and leave a comment. But we have a surprise for people that's been doing that. We just randomly picked 3 people. So if you're watching this live on YouTube on Monday, or if you're watching this live and you recognize your YouTube name, it's on the screen right now. We're going to ask you guys to reach out to us. Red Shy Cooker, Catherine Price 8362. I think I know her. Jad, I don't know how to, whatever that is. Jahil Jolly Lewis, whatever. Anyway, your name's on the screen. You are the winners of just a random pick. You're the winners of some bad swag. You guys see me and Brad got the headband on. I got on the sweatshirt. We got some tees. So if your name was there, please email Brad at contact@eagertorun.com. That is the email address. Say, hey, my name was selected. This is my YouTube name. And we'll verify that and get that swag to you, man. So congratulations to you 3 folks. I'm gonna put your name on the screen one more time just to see you recognize yourself that you won. We appreciate you leaving comments, man. It means the world, like I said, to get the feedback, and then it also helps this podcast get more exposure. So shoot your email Brad at contact@eagertorun.com, man. So all right, B. I think I'm good to go, man. This was a fun episode. Glad to be live.
Hey, I want to end with something before we go.
Okay.
So
all right.
Before you finish up, let me say one thing.
I got you. But yeah, so we're excited about just this new round, this new year, and just getting started on things, man. So we're chomping at the bit to just get some more things. We got a whole lot more guests. I know we haven't been solo in a while, but we got a whole lot more guests coming and some other ideas for 2024. All right, B, what you got?
I'm just reading these comments over here, and I want to do something special for the people that watch this live. So if you're watching this live, first of all, shout out, love you guys. Second, I want you to post how many rounds you've done over here in the comments. I see round 9. Eddie's been with us for over 3 years. Round 15, round 13, 20, round, all these things. So I want you to put in how many rounds you've done, and I want you to show people that this is about longevity. So many people will say, well, this isn't sustainable. By golly, I've been doing this for 5 straight years. Don't tell me it's not sustainable. What's not sustainable about eating healthy food, real food? There's so many programs out there that drink this shake, take this pill, wear that patch. And is that sustainable? I don't know. If you want to buy patches, and I'm not knocking any program, because if it gets you if it gets you success, that's what ultimately we are all here for. But real foods, man, real foods, things that come out of the ground, things that come from the earth, like just fill your body with real foods, man. And
movement.
Yes, and movement. Just get out there and move for 30 minutes a day. 20 minutes is the number that you need to add years to your life. 30 minutes to redefine your life. I love you guys. 2024 our year, baby. Let's go.
All right, y'all. Hey, man, let people know about the podcast. Share it, screenshot it. Let us know, man, that you're watching, man. Until next time, we love you. Peace.